Why do most people never achieve real, significant success? It boils down to one simple reason. They're playing the game of life not to lose. This fear of losing keeps them stuck on the sidelines, while incredible opportunities just pass them by. It's like they're in a defensive crouch, constantly hesitating, always trying to prevent something from going wrong. But what if the secret of the world's most successful people isn't about avoiding risk, but about embracing a specific kind of risk? What if you could learn to stop playing defense with your life and finally start playing to win? I'm going to show you how to turn that fear into your greatest advantage, using the exact mindset that separates the wealthy from everyone else. The difference between playing to win and playing not to lose is everything. Seriously, think about it. Someone who's playing not to lose is just focused on survival. Their main goal is to avoid mistakes, prevent failure, and protect whatever little they have. They get so obsessed with avoiding the bad outcome that they can't actually focus on creating a great one. This mindset is rooted in scarcity. It sees the world as full of threats that need to be managed. But the person playing to win, they see the world through a totally different lens. They're fueled by confidence, creativity, and a belief in what's possible. Now, this doesn't mean they're reckless. It means they're strategic. They know that mistakes and setbacks are just part of the game. Their focus isn't on the fear of missing the shot. It's on making the shot. This is an abundance mindset, and it's the foundation on which fortunes are built. The best part? You're not born with this. It's a skill. And today, we're breaking down the core shifts that will take you from a defensive player to an offensive champion in your own life. For most of us, the word risk sounds terrifying. It brings up images of gambling your life savings away. That's the scarcity mindset talking, seeing risk as only a danger. The millionaire mind, however, doesn't see risk as a threat. It sees it as a doorway to opportunity. The key word here is calculated. Millionaires aren't gamblers. They're strategic thinkers who get that you can't grow without stepping out of your comfort zone. They don't take blind leaps. They take informed steps. A calculated risk is one where the potential reward is so much bigger than the manageable downside. This takes a little homework, research, due diligence, and a clear head about what you could gain versus what you could lose. For instance, throwing all your money into some new, unproven crypto coin is a gamble. But diversifying your investments across companies you've actually researched? That's a calculated risk. Billionaires like Elon Musk didn't just cross his fingers and hope Tesla and SpaceX would work out. He risked his fortune based on a deep understanding of the industries, calculating that changing the world was worth the huge financial risk. To start thinking this way, shift your focus from what you could lose to what you could gain. It's about knowing that opportunities are out there and that taking smart risks is the only way to grab them. So instead of asking, "What if this doesn't work?" start asking, "What if this is the breakthrough I've been waiting for?" The fear of failure is the biggest dream killer on the planet. It's that little voice in your head that whispers, "Don't even try. You're just going to mess it up." People who play not to lose are terrified of making mistakes. They wait around for the perfect time that never actually comes, and so they stay exactly where they are. Millionaires, on the other hand, have a growth mindset. They understand a simple truth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of success. They don't take it personally. They treat it like data. Every no, every setback, every project that doesn't pan out is just feedback. It's priceless information telling you what didn't work, so you can adjust your strategy and try again. But this time, a little smarter. Think about J.K. Rowling. She got a ton of rejections before Harry Potter was published. Someone playing not to lose would have quit after the third no, seeing it as proof that they weren't good enough. But she played to win. Each rejection wasn't a final verdict. It was just a sign that she hadn't found the right publisher yet. That unstoppable drive comes from believing every failure is a lesson, and every setback is just a setup for a comeback. To build this muscle, start treating your failures as learning moments. After a setback, Don't get down on yourself. Just ask, what did I learn? And how can I use it to get better? Fear, greed, and panic are the enemies of building wealth. When the market dips, the emotional investor sells everything at a loss. When they see someone else getting rich quick, they jump into a risky scheme out of envy. This is a reactive way to live, where outside events call all the shots. It's exactly why most people buy high and sell low. The millionaire mindset is built on emotional discipline. Decisions aren't made in the heat of the moment. They're guided by a solid set of principles and a long-term plan. They're focused on the process, not the immediate outcome. This doesn't mean they're robots. It just means they've learned to manage their own minds. A simple but powerful tool for this is journaling. When you feel that panic or fear creeping in, write it down. Getting it out of your head makes it less overwhelming and easier to look at logically. You can start to see what triggers you and create a plan for how to respond, instead of just letting your emotions take over. When you develop this discipline, you can ride out market storms without panicking and look at opportunities without getting swept up in the hype. You stop reacting and start acting. You become the master of your decisions, not a slave to your feelings. Playing not to lose is always a short-term game. It's about getting through the week, paying this month's bills, and avoiding any immediate pain. That kind of short-term focus makes it almost impossible to build real wealth, because wealth comes from compounding growth over a long, long time. Millionaires are masters of long-term thinking. They don't make choices based on what feels good right now. They make choices based on where they want to be in 5, 10, or even 30 years. This long-term perspective is their superpower. It lets them invest in things that might not pay off for a while, but have huge growth potential, like stocks, real estate, or building a business. It lets them stomach short-term dips, because their eyes are fixed way out on the horizon. While the short-term thinker is freaking out over a 10% drop in the market, the long-term thinker sees a discount and a buying opportunity. To get this perspective, start by defining your long-term vision. Where do you want to be in 10 years? What kind of life are you trying to build? Once you're clear on that, you can start making small, daily decisions that are actually in line with that big goal. This shift changes everything. You stop just trading your time for money and start investing your resources into assets that will grow and work for you down the road. If this is clicking with you, and you feel like you're ready to stop playing not to lose, then hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. We put out videos every week, designed to give you the mindset and the strategies to build a life where you're winning. And let me know in the comments, which one of these mindset shifts are you going to start working on today? Is it reframing risk, seeing failure as data, mastering your emotions, or thinking long-term? Go ahead and declare it. That's the first step to making it real. So, those are the shifts for building a millionaire mindset. First, stop seeing risk as a threat and start seeing it as a calculated opportunity. Second, stop being afraid of failure and start using it as data to help you grow. Third, stop making choices based on emotion and start using discipline and principles. And finally, stop thinking about just today and start planning for the decades to come. A winning life isn't about avoiding storms. It's about building a ship that's strong enough to sail right through them. That defensive, fear-based mindset of playing not to lose only guarantees one thing: that you never truly win. It keeps you safe in the harbor, but you'll also be stagnant. The people who are willing to sail into the open seas of calculated risk are the ones who discover new worlds of opportunity. So, you can keep playing a small game run by fear, or you can decide right now to build the mindset